Very good morning. Welcome to UPSC channels. Today I am going to discuss one of the important confusions of all UPSC aspirant, UPSC, SSC and other government exams, right? That's nothing but why success rate is so less in UPSC exam. First I am discussing about UPSC exam. Why success rate is so less? Actually, maximum student, 99% students used to be confused till last page of the examination that what UPSC demands. People are unable to face that information, that why UPSC divided examination into three phases: prelims, mains, interview. Whatever examination you take, if three phases it contains, definitely there is somewhere after getting job there is need of those three phases in the examinations. UPSC conducts examination to three phases: prelims, mains, interview. First go for prelims. Prelims usually toughest part of all these three phases, because prelims is nothing but it's not selection round, it's what? Rejection round. UPSC try to remove all non-serious candidates in what prelims round, right? Around 10 lakh people fills the form. Out of 10 lakhs, 5 lakh people, 5 to 6 lakh people desires to write examinations just 1 day, 2 day before the examination, right? After that, out of 5 lakh people, only 50,000 people write seriously, and 4,50,000 people write because of some that nothing, somebody told me to write examinations and like that, right? Means fulfilling other needs. Only 50,000 people fulfilling his needs, that I have to write examinations, I have to clear that exam, right? Out of 50,000, approx 15,000 students, approx 15,000 students clears prelims examination and they appears for mains examinations. In mains examinations, out of 15,000 students, approx 3,000 students clears that round and 12,000 students gets eliminated in that round, in mains part. And out of 3,000 candidates, 1,000 student approx gets their name in the merit list, right? Now see the selection ratio. Out of 10 lakh people, 5 lakh people appear in the examinations, right? Out of 5 lakh people, 15,000 people selected in prelims. Out of 15,000, they are getting what? 3,000 people in mains, and out of 3,000, 1,000 getting into merit list of after interview. If you will read directly 10 lakh to 1,000, right? Means people used to say that what? Hazar mein ek means what? 1 in every 1,000 means 1,000 is to what ratio is there? 1 student out of 1,000 students. This decides the toughness level of these examinations. And whomsoever survived continuously, one after other phase, becomes IAS officer. Now going to that phase, that why UPSC conducts prelims examination. Prelims examinations, answers in front of you, means questions along with answers in front of you. What we need to do? Simply recognize the answer, right? It happens, same thing it happens with after becoming IAS officer also, after clearing UPSC exams also, right? The thing is that problem comes, obviously, as a bureaucrat, it's your responsibility, it's our responsibility to recognize the solution, because problems comes later, solution comes before, right? So need to recognize the solution, right? Solution will be in front of you, solutions, your problem will be surrounded by solutions, right? Just first recognize the solution part, and prelims is recognition round, right? That's why UPSC ask 100 questions in general study GS1, and the thing is that what we need to recognize answers out of 4 options ABCD, right? People say that nothing but UPSC prelims is so vast, syllabus is unlimited, right? Whatever you read, that will be less. That's the thought of 99% student. 1% student will never say this statement, because they know the demand of examinations. They know the uncertainty of exams. Uncertainty means what? They are fully confident of cracking prelims examinations. Why? Because they know why UPSC conduct prelims exams. 99% student does not know the needs of prelims exam. Problem will be there and solution will be there in front of you. As a bureaucrat also, if any problem will come, solution, you will be surrounded by your resources, right? And you need to recognize the resource. Which resource is going to fit in which problem? Which resource going to fit in which problem, right? Suppose some problem concerned with drainage systems in your district, where you are going to be district collector. If drainage problem is there, obviously drainage is there in front of you, garbage is there in front of you, even that what muddy lands in front of you, even that what everything surrounded by you. Municipal corporation is there, obviously road transport corporation is there, everything is there, right? You need to recognize which resources you need to use for fulfilling this, for rectifying this drainage issues surrounding you, and you need to fulfill the happiness level of people also, right? You need to satisfy, right? Great satisfaction is also needed, right? So this thing comes automatically when mind starts thinking that way, right? Minds start thinking that way. According to my view, before starting preparations, start thinking about yourself from scratch. From scratch level. From scratch level, I am telling you. Scratch means what? From birth till now. From birth till now. Which situation you faced? How many situations you faced blindly? How many situations you didn't ask yourself question that what? Suppose if any small baby take birth, small baby birth I am talking about, closing their eye, right? Closing their eye. At the time of birth, just after birth, first he needs to get citizenship, right? He need to get birth certificate, right? He need to get passport, right? Many things are there. So think that what? In order to get citizenship, what things needed? He must have birth certificate. He must have what? Just answer. Citizenship, right? He must have what? He can have passports and all that time also for baby born. Many things. When he will open his eye, what thing he will see? Only two things. Natural, artificial. Natural means all human beings, living things, animals and all. Man-made things. Man-made things means what? Many things are whatever things surrounded you. House you will see, right? Hospital, building you will see. When you will start going, people will start thinking of which parents will start thinking of admission into schools and all, right? Before that, he will be involved in various activities. He will see various sports, right? He will see various people. But in that level, our thought process does not develop that much. People never think that what how a school system evolved. Who is the head of all schools? If we are seeing that CBSE, ICSE, state level board, right? International boards and all. We never thought that what. Who is actually operating that entire educational system? Not even for India, for whole world. If any corruption happens, district level schools, who is responsible for that? If corruption is taking place throughout worldwide school level, who is responsible for that? If as a student, if you are facing some difficulty in school institutions, to whom you should complain? Education Minister of the state. If they are not working, to whom you should go approach? Your complaint should be forwarded to Chief Minister. If Chief Minister is not understanding your fault, if he is not rectifying your fault, to whom you should approach? Start thinking yourself. Obviously, central level your issue must be raised, right? Central he is not rectifying. To whom you should approach? For approaching different levels, government has given some court systems, right? First go for civil court, then go for high court, then go for Supreme Court. Our thought process does not end here only. Next to Supreme Court also, if you want to increase this issue on the worldwide level, then where you will go? ICJ is there, International Court of Justice is there. Start thinking as a human being according to your need. Definitely prelims will become one of the easiest tasks, along with mains also, GS paper. Small portions you pick and gather some facts about that, right? Everything surrounds you, whatever systems running behind you. If your thought process became clear, whatever question they ask, let them ask, because the answer is there in front of you. Only thing you need to do, you need to recognize the answer. And recognition part will be very easy, one of the easiest tasks. But the thing, it becomes easiest for only those persons who comes under 1% category, who understand the demand of examinations. And 99% student keeps on getting confused. Syllabus is so vast, how to read, what to read. Actually, it's for increasing the personality of aspirant. Before starting preparations, start thinking like a bureaucrat. If this thing happened, whole process will become very easy. Easiest task. You will never say that thing that is very difficult. Obviously, you will put cellular tape on your mouth before telling this thing UPSC is toughest examinations. Definitely, it's tough. Toughness level is high because you have to learn more things. But avoid learning bookish things, because you cannot carry hundreds of books in the examination, right? Only what thing will go along with you? Your mind, right? So better to do work on mind instead of mugging up facts and all. Some facts are needed, right? But what to do? If there is demand of economics, means you should know economic fact. If there is demand of polity, means you should know articles. If there is demand of environment, you should know about environmental organizations and all. If there is demand of education, you should know educational system very well. If there is demand of, right? People say it's very vast, but it's not. Actually, UPSC wants you to recognize answers, and whatever surrounding you, you should know all things. That's why UPSC called mother of all examinations. It's not mother. It's what? Overall personality development comes in under UPSC examination. Overall personality development. How will it come? After doing more and more exercise, brain exercise. One simple question I want to ask you. UPSC mains examinations, right? Prelims part already I discussed. UPSC mains examinations, how much time they keep for one question? 7 to 9 minutes, right? How much you can write in 7 to 9 minutes? 200 words? You are supposed to write? 200 words you are supposed to write for one issue, and throughout the year, 1 year, 2 years, more than 1000 issues comes and pass through your eye. More than 1000 issues. At least one time every aspirant glance. Out of that 1000 issues, they ask only 20 questions, 20 issues. They ask only 20 issues in one paper, general study paper. It's so easy task. But the thing is that which issue they are going to discuss, that you don't know now. That's why brain exercise is very much needed for this examination. Brain exercise means what? Never mug up things. Never go for understanding anything blindly. Right? And have some facts of all topics. Have some facts, at least in economics parts. Society is very easy. Truly, social issues and all, it's very easy. You can relate it with yourself through your surroundings, what's happening in currents and all. History, geography, people should never complain about history, geography, because history, geography is, we keep on studying till class 10th. At least something, at least 1% is there in mind, right? 99% you forgot, no problem. At least 1% is in mind. Keep recalling. One thing needed, retention power must be there more. Read less, retain more. Read less, retain more. Think more. Think analytically. Learn only one fact, but you should know all portions of general study. You should mug up syllabus, and that what one fact to how many dimensions you can relate, to how many dimensions you can correlate. That is very important. Here only people think difficulties. Successful people carry few facts, only few facts, but they know the art of relating those facts in multidimensional way. Multidimensional means some one fact, suppose you remember, you can relate, you can write this fact repeatedly in the paper, mains paper, in multiple way, and everywhere it will suit correctly. Got it? Got my questions? Suppose India-Bangladesh issue is going on. India-Bangladesh issue. So think that what? Tista water issue is running. Land border agreement is running is there. If they are asking this question comes for India-Bangladesh issue, then also you can write this. And if they are asking India in Asia issue, then also you can write this. If they are asking India in Middle Asia, then also you can write these points. You understood only one fact, and you are going to answer 3 to 4 questions, and everywhere this point is going to fit correctly. Everywhere. Only 2, 3, 4 important cases. You remember 3, 4 important cases with respect to Supreme Court that happened in current happenings. Actually, UPSC question, mains question comes GS2, GS3, one of the easiest portions, but it becomes tough because it contains data. It contains what? Reports. It contains committee discussions. It contains what? Articles and all. It contains current happening. That's why it becomes difficult. It's a difficult task to score more in GS2, GS3. But the thing is that what? If you studied as per demand of UPSC, then it becomes very easy task. Remember few facts, but cover all dimensions. You should have facts with respect to all dimensions of UPSC portions, UPSC syllabus. Try to cover all. Remember only 10 facts, but you know where 10 fact, one fact must be correlated to 10 dimensions. 10 into 10, 100% it is going to cover. And in 7 minutes, how much you can write? How many facts you are supposed to write? No need to write all things in paper, no? No need to write. It's not the demand of examinations. Technically, nobody can write. It's 7 minutes, 200 to 250 words. And that should be what? 100% correctly. Nobody. It's not examination of getting 100%. It's examination of relativity. How much you can compete with others. Everybody got 7 minutes for one questions. Everybody is fighting for same answers. Everybody has given same situations. Everybody needs to do their best. And everybody writes same answer also. Answer cannot change. No? Question is same means answer will be same, right? But the thing that way of thinking, thought process goes different way. That's why some question becomes unique, some question becomes vague. So don't go in vague answers. 200 words means 10 static points must be there with respect to answer. Got it? History, geography, it's very easy. It relates to static portions. Economics, start thinking like economist. No need to do in PhD in that. Start thinking about foreign ministry and start going for IR relationship. Right? Constitution, right? Start thinking like that you are the Supreme Court judge and what thing you are going to do. You are High Court judge. Think yourself as that and face the various situations. What things needed, right? India is having only one book, Constitution of India, having 395 articles. Nobody is asking you to remember sections. CRPC and all. It's 511 sections are there. Criminal Procedure Code. Nobody remember. IPC and all. Indian Penal Code and all. Nobody can remember. About 395 articles. Out of 395 articles, only those articles comes in examinations, which keeps on running in the what? So, surroundings. Got it? So it's very, very important. Actually, it's very easy task. People has made it difficult. Stop asking others that how to crack examination. First ask yourself. Whatever I saw till now, how many of them I accepted blindly? You will get many questions. Many questions. Don't know. After birth, nobody asked their parent also why I look like you. Even parent didn't answer that question. Why? People should ask, na? Why my voice resembles you? Why my hairstyle resembles you, dad? Why disease? How disease gets transmitted from parent to son, daughter? Whom responsibility? Nobody asked. But UPSC asked. You see railway tracks, right? Every time while traveling. You never asked why railway track is straight. Is it possible that it can have zigzag path? And if it's straight, means who is keeping it straight? Why a stone is kept over there? In between tracks, stones you might have seen. Why it is there? UPSC asked these questions because they know you never thought like this, na? So in interview they asked questions like this. They will ask you to fall into any situation, case study, and they will forcibly make you tell in what full tensed manner, because after getting post every time lots of hurdles need to face, sometimes political pressure, sometimes system pressures. Lots of loopholes are there in Indian systems also, political system, democratic country, lots of loopholes are there, need to face over there, need to overcome that situations also, right? How to do that? Stop asking, stop giving argument. I can't. First you bring yourself in that 1% category, 1% of successful category before starting preparations, not in between or after. Many people say, first I will read and then I will go for question practice. No. First, remember syllabus, by heart syllabus, then even you know 0%, start writing test. Test is the best way to recognize your weakness, test part. At least test will tell you that you know nothing. Do MCQ, do test. You are getting 0, right? No problem. Try to make it to 10%, then 20%, then 30%, then 40%, then 50%, then 60%. You crossed 60%, right? Prelims clear. Because out of 200 marks, If somebody is getting 100, 107, 110, 115, 120, that is only cutoff for prelims exams. Prelims cracked. But the thing is that people never come out of their comfort zone. That is the main reason. Never come out. 5 years paper, everybody say it's compulsory to read. Even myself also as UPSC aspirant, that I never did that in previous attempt, because it was breaking my comfort zone. Pain is there. Obviously pain is there. Continuous fighting mind is also painful work. One of the most painful works. Continuous fighting and thinking. Because everybody needs rest. Mind also needs rest. But need to break comfort zone. Need to break comfort zone. For 1 year, whatever current issues happened, how many current affairs studied? No, started reading vague things and all. How will you crack UPSC prelims? It happened with me, that's why I am discussing. Even right now also I am preparing for UPSC examination. I don't know about success, but I thought of discussing this key mantra that may help you even 1%. It happens. Got it? So first think in that way, learn in that way, get succeed. People will say first read and then practice, but I am going to say first practice and then read. Before starting for geography, at least 1000 questions for geography. Go and practice MCQ. You can. It contains seven parts: history, geography, polity, economics, art and culture, current affairs, and environment. 7th one. You can practice 3000, 4000 questions based on history, 5000 questions based on polity, 10,000 based question based on economics. Random number I am telling. It's not hard and fast. Nobody can. Everybody will blame time. I don't have time. But if I will say, out of those 50,000 questions, you practiced, 100 questions is going to be asked in UPSC prelims exams, and you will see all questions done by you, and you can crack prelims examinations. And if this is the success mantra, then what thing needed? Start thinking. 50,000 questions in 1 year. So it breaks comfort zone of students. But the thing is that what? Mind also keeps on updating that way, right? And I know you can't. 50,000 is not possible. At least 25,000 will be there. 10,000 will be there. Technically 50,000 not possible. But at least 10,000 people can, na? 20,000 people can, na? If out of 50,000, 100 question is coming, out of 20,000, 50 question will come, na? UPSC needs only 60% correct in prelims as well as mains. In mains, if somebody is getting 60%, means he will get all India rank 1. Become topper of UPSC mains examinations. For mains, I will make separate videos. This was the success tips for prelims examinations. I hope it might be helpful, right? So stop arguing, start fighting with your mind, do more and more MCQ practice, and remember the word syllabus first, then start preparations. Hope so. it might help you all guys for upcoming UPSC examinations, right? And regarding means, I will discuss later, right? Do your best, give your best, utilize each and every moment of time according to exams. Never read vague things, read as per exam requirement and gets your short success. Bye bye, all the best. Thank you. And one more request, if you are new subscriber, please press the red button, subscribe button below, and press the bell icons to get notified when you will get new videos, right? And please request you to like, comment and share and spread the word of educations. Please press radio sphere and be the landmark of success. Thank you. Bye bye.